Coming up on UT 10 News in HD, the medical center has a new chamber that can save lives.
And we'll also look into why UT buses are changing their tunes.
Plus, Adrian Ehrman covers a dominating weekend for the Rockets. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Karsten.
And I'm Vicrina Aberdeen.
The University of Toledo Medical Center is now offering a new way to treat patients.
Reporter Jason Ozenball was at the ribbon-cutting ceremony.
The UT Medical Center opened their wound care and hyperbaric center last Friday. This is the only multiple patient chamber in the region. Patients with diabetic ulcers, tissue damage, and severed limbs will benefit from this technology.
It's a treatment method in which 100% oxygen is administered to patients under pressure, and it facilitates wound healing.
Dr. Nazal is positive about the facility's success.
All the patients in Northwest Ohio who will use this facility because they will get the most advanced technology for the treatment of wounds.
The hyperbaric chamber is built for comfort because treatments can last up for 2 hours long. I'm Jason Ozenball for UT 10 News.
UT students are feeding the Toledo community. The nonprofit organization Food for Thought teamed up with UT's Bridge Club to help those in need. Students packed sandwiches, cookies, and chips on Friday and gave out the lunches to the public on Saturday. These groups want students to be more involved with the community.
We're not going to solve hunger, but what we can do is bring down lunch and hang out with people, have conversations, look them in the eye. The cool thing about Saturday morning is often when you go down there, you don't really know who's a volunteer and who's being served.
For more information on Food for Thought events, visit feedtoledo.org. UT is making guest parking permits available online. The new service was launched on February 1st and is eliminating lines at the MyPix office. The system allows for guests to register for a permit by creating an online account. Visitors will need a personal email address and must submit their vehicle information. Guests can now park at any C-lot using this new system, and the passes are no longer free.
It's automatically $3 since it's online because there is no way to tie your UT email to the guest parking.
For more information and tutorials, visit www.utoledo.edu/parkingservices. The Ritter Planetarium is opening their doors to honor Black History Month with the 15th annual presentation of Follow the Drinking Gourd. The show tells the story of how the slaves followed the Big Dipper, or drinking gourd, all the way north to freedom. The Associate Planetarium Director says the show relates to Americans of all ages.
The actual children's book the show is based on is in a lot of the school curriculum. And it's just an important piece of American history for everybody to be aware of.
Follow the Drinking Gourd will be presented one more time on Saturday at 1 in the afternoon. Tickets can be purchased at the door.
UT buses now have radio restrictions.
Reporter Heather Dotson works through the static.
A complaint was filed on January 26th. The complaint stated that a bus driver was playing the radio at a high volume and that the Christian political content was offensive.
You know, I think it is kind of a respect issue. The university really values diversity and respect of opinions, so they want to make sure you know, that people are comfortable in any environment that they're in.
After the complaint was reviewed by the transit managers, restrictions were set in place. UT officials believe that playing the radio at a high volume can also be a safety risk.
So there are visual cues, there's audio cues, whether it's sirens or anything else that might be going on in an emergency that bus drivers need to be sure they're able to hear.
The new official radio station for UT shuttle buses is Star 105.5. I'm Heather Dotson for UT 10 News.
From anime to zombies, gamers united over the weekend at BashCon. UT hosted the 27th annual Bash Convention at the Student Union. Participants played video, card, and board games and tested out their combat skills. More than 20 vendors were selling anything from jewelry to homemade armor. One gamer says everyone is welcome at BashCon.
Because of this incredible board game tournament. See? Look at all these people! They are having the time of their lives here, and that is how come you should come.
1,165 people attended this year's convention. Carlson Library continues to be renovated by the university. Reporter Lita Dixon looked into the latest upgrades.
The second floor of the Carlson Library is a lot emptier than it used to be. On March 5th, the first phase of the second floor renovation will begin. The renovations include the relocation of the writing center from the first floor and the writing studio from the third floor. There will also be study spaces and group study rooms.
We had done the information commons on the main floor, which is heavily used, and we needed some more spaces offering different types of study and learning spaces for the students to use.
The second phase of renovations in the Carlson Library's second floor will start sometime in July. I'm Lita Dixon for UT 10 News.
The rec center is taking hanging out to a new level. The high ropes course is now open to individual students once a month. The free Friday night sessions started in January and are open to all students and rec center members. The challenge program coordinator wants to get more people on the ropes.
We don't do all the elements, we just give them a taste of a couple of the elements, so hopefully they'll get their friends or their organization to come back and go through a full ropes course with us.
The second climb session is being held on February 24th from 7 to 9 in the evening.
I'm Adrienne Ehrman, and this is your UT 10 Sports. It was an exciting weekend in Rocket sports. Both basketball teams were in action, and the men's tennis team played in 2 matches on Saturday. But first, the ladies of the Hardwood were playing for a good cause in their Rockets' annual For the Cure game against Western Michigan. The ladies sported their pink jerseys in front of a packed house of around 5,000 fans. Dominating early on, Andola Dortch passes to Lucretia Smith for an easy basket. Then Courtney Ingersoll steals the ball, taking it from coast to coast for an impressive layup, making the score 14-2. On to the second half, Haley Lynn dishes the ball to Ingersoll for the 3. She had 18 points on the night. The Rockets now up by 30. To add insult to injury, Stephanie Recker hits a game-winning jumper, making the final score 76-50. This win clinched a bye for the first 2 rounds of the MAC tournament.
It's just a good, good to have a bye, extra rest, and I think it, plays into any team that has that. It's an advantage for them.
And while the women were at home, the men were away on Saturday playing in a Sears bracket buster against Sam Houston State. The game was a nail-biter to the very end, but our guys pulled it off, with Julius Brown making a couple last-second free throws. The Rockets defeated the Bearcats with a final score of 59-58. The men are currently tied for 3rd in the MAC's West Division and will continue conference play at home tomorrow night against Central Michigan. Over to the hard court, the men's tennis team had a busy weekend playing in 2 matches on Saturday. After easily defeating Butler 7-0, UT was looking to continue their momentum against Ferris State later that night. The men started off strong, taking 2 of their 3 doubles matches. Then in singles, the Rockets won 5 of their 6 matches, with freshmen Grant Adams and Nicholas Wong taking the top 2 seeds. UT smashed Ferris State with a final score of 6-1, bringing their home winning streak to 8 matches. Assistant coach Paul Foley says the team is prepared for their MAC season.
We feel pretty good. We feel confident, undefeated at home. So, we're having a great season so far, and we're looking forward to playing those MAC teams.
I wanted you to know that the women's basketball team raised over $14,000 for breast cancer.
And I understand that all the proceeds are going to local women fighting breast cancer.
Yep.
Oh, thanks, Adrienne.
You're welcome.
Well done, ladies. That's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT 10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And you can always watch our award-winning newscast on YouTube and Facebook, where you can get caught up on all of your campus news whenever you want. For Vicrina, Aberdeen, Adrienne Ehrman, and all of our crew, I'm Ashley Karsten. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.